Right. Jeremy, are you okay to kick us off, mate?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Lovely. Off we go then, please.
Okay, hi Jack, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. First up, Jack, just some reaction from you to the coaching appointments at the ECB have confirmed today. Marcus Trescothick, Jeetan Patel, and John Lewis. What are your thoughts on those being made permanent?
Yeah, very pleased for all of them. I've enjoyed working with Jeets out here. He's been brilliant for me. And Louis as well, even though he's fast bowling coach, has really helped me as well. I had some good chats with him. And Trez, obviously, know him well from Somerset, and really pleased for all of them. They're all good guys, and they fit in really well to the environment. So yeah, I think it's great for us.
Can you just elaborate on how Jeets and John have helped you as a bowler on this tour?
Well, I think Jeets mainly are obviously always looking to get as strong an action as possible. I think you look at how Jeets bowled in his career, and that's something that I admired from afar, was how consistent his action was, and how much he got on the ball because of that. And yeah, I think his ability to bowl with different seam positions and really get over the top of the ball as well. Obviously playing a lot of cricket in New Zealand where wickets aren't as helpful. I found that really interesting. He's really good tactically, field placings, this kind of thing, ideas to certain batters. Yeah, I think Louis just have a good relationship with him in general, and just kind of chatting about the game. Nothing in particular, but just a real supportive guy who I feel is nice to have in your corner. So yeah, they've both offered plenty, and excited to work with them more moving forward.
Jack, an incredible third test. Is the fourth one going to be any different with a red ball, do you think?
Hopefully the result will be different, and we can win. But yeah, it was a crazy game, yeah, I think now it's all about looking forward to the fourth test. I think still a hell of a lot for us to play for. Obviously, if we win this game, we'll draw the series. So I think that'll be a massive effort over here, and we should be really motivated to make that happen.
Much has been said about the pitch. I mean, how would you describe it?
I don't really have too much to say about the pitch. I think you know, we got outplayed in those conditions, and I think for me, I'm always looking to learn and get better, and see every sort of challenge as a way of improving. And I think that's the great thing about our group, is that we're all in that mindset, and you know, really excited to try and learn from what's been a couple of hard games, and put in a really good performance. So yeah, it was tough, and I think it was, you know, even being a spinner on that wicket is like comes with it tough moments. And obviously their spinners bowled really well, and I don't think we should take anything away from them by sort of saying bad things about the wicket. I think they played really well. We need to learn from that and put things right in the fourth test.
On tour so far, Jack, for you, 16 wickets in the series at 26, but compared with Ashwin, 24 at 15, and Axar, 18 at 9.44. Are England simply being outgunned in the spinning department, do you think?
That's obviously they've done really well. They played a lot in India. They're very experienced over here. This is my first experience in India. So it's, you know, you're always going to be up against it. And, you know, I'm enjoying the challenge, and I feel like I'm bowling well, but I'm always learning more and more through the tour. So yeah, it's an exciting challenge and one that I'm not going to shy away from.
And just finally from me, having a red ball back in your hands for this test match and not a pink one, is that going to help you, do you think, and going to help England in this match?
Hopefully, yeah. I think the pink ball skidded on a little bit more than the red one did. Whether that was under lights or not, I think it was in the day as well. So, yeah, maybe it might be a little bit more consistent with how it reacts off the wicket. But we'll have to wait and see.
Thanks a lot, Jack. Cheers.
No worries.
Scott Taylor, please.
Hey, Jack, I just want to ask you about Dom, who's obviously missed the last 2 tests now. What's his mood been like in the camp, and has he still been in good spirits?
Yeah, Dom's worked hard. Been working hard in the nets, and he's a great character, and he will see it as a good learning experience. And yeah, I'm sure if called upon in this last test, he'll be more than ready to go.
And just looking back on the 2-day test match, I know it doesn't feel great at the time, but looking back on it in a year, 2 years' time, how big of a learning curve do you think this will be for this young group of players?
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, whenever I've had a low moment, it's always turned out to be a good thing, I think. And it's all about how you sort of view that low moment. Obviously, it's not nice at the time, but if you approach putting it right in the right way, then I think good things can come from it. So that's definitely what we're talking about and how we're thinking. So, yeah.
And I just want to ask you about Joe, who obviously took 5 for 8 in that last test match. How would you rate him as a spinner? And is there a sense that he underbowls himself?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable spell, wasn't it? And nicked a 5-for off me, didn't he? But no, it was he bowled really well, and I think he is a really good off-spin bowler. Obviously, an amazing batter, world-class batter, and most of his attention is going on that. But I think hopefully he gets a lot of confidence from what he's done in that game, and yeah, I think he should definitely think of himself as a genuine option in these conditions and other conditions.
Just finally from me, there's a lot of talk about Pujara's batting and how often he can stay out there and bat in this series, but you seem to have got the number on him so far. How big a confidence booster is that for when he walks out to bat, that you know you've got the ability to get him out?
I think this series has given me a lot of confidence in general. The guys that you're bowling against are world-class batters, and playing them in their own backyard, I feel it's a challenging experience, but I've probably I feel like I've stood up to that pretty well and got some good wickets, and yeah, no, it is a confidence boost, and I just want to keep it going.
Perfect. Thanks, Jack.
No worries.
Will McPherson, please.
Hi, Jack. You made your Test debut almost 3 years ago. It's been a little bit stop-start in that time, but you've played 15 games now, got 60 wickets. How much of what sort of a step do you think you've taken on this tour, these 5 matches so far, to becoming England's sort of first choice spinner in all conditions? And do you think you're kind of closer to that than you have been at any other stage in your career?
I certainly feel this kind of experience, the last 6 games, the trouble I had before that, sort of the lack of cricket leading up to the series, the challenges on this tour, and then and coming through them and coming through them strong, in my opinion, like that has given me a lot of confidence. I don't think I could really have expected much more of myself than how I've done and how I've got better through the tour. And it has given me a lot of confidence that I can go on and play a lot for England, and that I'm going to get better and better. So that's my opinion, but whether that's other people's opinion, I don't know, and I can't control whether I'm going to be first choice, second choice, 10th choice. Like it's not about that for me. It's about me reaching my potential and playing as much as I can. So yeah, for me, it has given me a lot of confidence, and I feel like I'll go from strength to strength from here.
Do you feel you've kind of thrived in a kind of, you've been England's lead spinner, if you like, you've been the kind of front line guy. Do you think you've thrived in that sort of leadership role on this tour?
Yeah, I think I have, and probably more so now than any other time. I think my belief in myself is probably more than it has been in the past, and I think again, like I said, doing it out here in India against some top batters has given me lots of confidence. And yeah, I know I've still got a lot of hard work to do, but I've sort of seen how I can come back from disappointment or tough times in games and actually put in good performances. So yeah, that's more pleasing to me than just having it all my own way and bowling sides out. Obviously that would be lovely, and that's where I want to get to, but to come through some tough moments in games and put in good performances is giving me a lot of confidence.
Rory Dollard, please.
Jack, we've obviously all seen a lot of people, some of whom would like to see the pitch down-rated from the last couple of games. I just wonder if you might almost take it in another direction and sort of next time Somerset have one that's a bit lively and going sideways a bit, instead of punishing the pitch, whether you might sort of have a word in the ear and say, well, there's a reason pitches do this and we need to learn, and that's why we need to play on spinning pitches in county cricket.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with the pitch from a playing point of view. I just want to try and make as much impact in games as possible. So from that point of view, I mean, like there's lots of talk from outside, and I'm not wanting to get involved in that. It distracts. That's a distraction for me, and all I want to focus on is how I can best be in every game I play, whether it would be for Somerset, Taunton, or anywhere else, or it's for England elsewhere as well. So yeah, I don't have much to say on that.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, but Taunton has been marked down in the past for spinning too much, and I just wonder if that, given the challenges that you have to play in international cricket, whether that's short-sighted.
I don't know.
Stefan, please. Stefan Schemmel.
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
I'm sorry to ask you again about the pitch, but I don't know if you saw Ashwin's comments over the weekend where he said we, presumably those not playing, need to get over it. Is he right? Has there been far more chat about the pitch outside of the players than there has actually been in the dressing room?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the thing I will say is, as a cricket fan, if I was watching a test match, I would probably want it to go longer than 2 days. So that's my only kind of, I guess, viewing it from being a cricket fan is that maybe a test match should go longer than that, and whether that's down to the pitch or skills or what. But for me, playing is that I'm fully concentrating on how I can best do on every wicket that I play on, and they out-bowled us on that wicket, and Ashwin, world-class bowler, and Jeetan Patel was very accurate, and yeah, I want to say that they bowled very well, and that's what I'm looking at them and seeing how I can get better, and that's all my focus is on.
Has it been talked about in the dressing room, or has all the talk been in the media?
Yeah, all the talk's been in the media. I think in the dressing room, yeah, we're just trying to get better and be prepared for this next match.
And just lastly, I think at the start of the Sri Lanka tour, you said you were waiting for news to see if you might be, or where you might fall on the list for your vaccination. Have you had anything like that yet?
Yeah, I've heard from my GP. I think I'm due in when we get back. So I think there's one waiting for me, he said.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
George DeBell, please.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, George.
Hi. What do you think English cricket could do, or county cricket in particular, I guess, to better prepare batters and bowlers for the sort of conditions that they might encounter in Test cricket in Asia?
I think my thoughts are that the wickets in county cricket in general need to be good surfaces to start with, and then if they can break up and bring spin into the game later on in the game, then I think that's a good thing for producing spinners that can bowl first innings on good wickets, and then second innings when things are starting to happen, have the pressure of being the guy who needs to try and bowl them out. So that's the ideal, I think. And I also think I know spinner has to earn the right, but if a spinner's playing in a 4-man attack with 3 seamers and a spinner, then I think the role of the spinner becomes higher. If there's 4 or 5 seamers or a couple of batters that bowl seam, then I think actually your overs can really go down, and especially on some of the county wickets that played in the last couple of years. So that I think those 2 things would be a good start.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
2 more now, please. Mike Walters and then Tim Wigmore. Mike Walters, please.
Good evening, Jack. Sorry to go on about the pitch, although this is not a question about the pitch as such. There's been a lot of talk over here about home advantage. Would cricket's interest be served remotely when India come to England later on this year if they're presented with seam-friendly conditions, or should we just concentrate on producing good cricket pitches full stop?
That's probably above my pay grade, to be honest. But I don't want it to be too seam friendly because I want to play. But yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know what will happen now. I think, yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Thank you.
And just finally, Tim Wigmore, please.
Hi, Jack. Obviously,
Hi.
You've gone really well over this winter so far. Just I guess a couple of things that maybe you could go further would be sort of in the first inning and to left-handers. I just wondered if there were any specific things you were doing in those 2 areas to try and kind of develop further as a bowler.
What was the first one? Sorry.
Like the first innings of a match.
Yeah.
And second against lefties.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working hard all the time on, I guess, how much I can put on the ball, and I guess that's going to help you when the pitch is slightly flatter in first innings. Thinking tactically about how I'm trying to get them out as well, and not just kind of, I guess I'm trying to, Jeets is encouraging me to sort of play the game and kind of think not just about what I'm doing, but also how they're trying to play me, and I'm definitely improving in that area. And then to left-handers, we've doing work on coming round, coming over, changing the angles, and also I guess what line I'm trying to bowl to them. And obviously that depends on how much rough there is and all that kind of thing. So definitely doing work on that, those things.
Cool. Cheers.
Thank you very much, everyone. That's much appreciated. If you log off now, if you're interested, we've got that call with Jeetan Patel, who's just been appointed as one of the ECB pathway coaches. That's on the other link, which I sent out a short while ago. So please join in a couple of minutes for that as well. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.